Hi there, it's John Spade, and you're tuned into The Egg. Thank you for being with me and pressing play every time I put one of these up. I really appreciate those people who are tuning in and who are giving me feedback. Even the bad feedback, I don't mind it. It's good because it gives me room to sort of hone and grow and figure out where I'm taking the egg. Anyways, that said, I'm here right now and I'm pissed. I don't know if you can tell. I'm really, it bothers me so much. I don't want to get too emotional here in front of the camera because it can be a little scary at times when I really get heated. What's got me so worked up today? Alyssa Milano actually on Twitter dropped this first thing in the morning. I read it and I had to go back and read it about 3 times because I was trying to get my head around what I was reading. It just seemed so surreal to me. Anyways, if you don't know who Julian Assange is, he's probably one of the most important figures in current politics and current history for this decade, I believe. It's my feeling that this man, with his network of people, have created probably one of the most significant and groundbreaking websites in history. And if you don't know what WikiLeaks is, WikiLeaks, W-I-K-I-L-E-A-K-S, please Google it. Please go to it. At some point, you might have heard it in the news in passing and not really given it much thought. When it came to Afghanistan and the leaks of all the papers and the government being very upset with this man who is leaking government secrets, potentially is going to be affecting the safety of the USA because it might show that there's wrongdoing on the part of the government. Why would you be afraid of that? I'll tell you why you would be afraid of that. You would be afraid of that because if it got out that there was wrongdoing on the part of our government, guess what? People might not be happy, and people might want to replace that government. So WikiLeaks is considered to be a major threat by a lot of the big countries in the world today. They're really terrified of it, especially security agencies, because they realize at this point in time, they might not have control of what you get to know about and the wrongdoings. And you know, there are bad things going on in this world today, and people in positions of authority are making decisions that are affecting you and I and people all around this globe. And in some cases, it's life and death. So Julian Assange created WikiLeaks. He has access to information. He's got a really tight little net. And he does his best to protect those people that supply information to that website. The government's been trying to intimidate him. They've tried to bully him. They've tried to go after his affiliates. And essentially what they want to do is shut this website down. And I understand the reasoning for it because there is confidential, potentially sensitive information. The thing they've got to know, and this is what's really important right now when it comes to the internet, when it comes to sharing information, the Freedom of Information Act. I got to say, Constitution, probably one of the most important documents as far as the evolution of society and what it's done to create an openness as far as sharing goes and having the right to speak your mind. Freedom of speech, probably, you know, those three words, freedom of speech. It's something that we take for granted in North America. In some countries, you can die for speaking your mind. Anyways, in a perfect world, I guess the government could try to shut Wiki down and nobody's going to get hurt, but it's not working that way. And the web is too big. They can't control it anymore. So what do? They decide, let's go after Julian and let's see if we can really discredit him with one of the worst possible accusations a person could be faced with, which is the R. It's rape. And this is what he was accused of this morning. Well, literally, it took, I think, less than half a day before those charges were dropped. They've taken them away. But anyone that's had any experience with, watching the news and what happens to somebody that gets accused of a heinous crime, you've already put it out there. So you're going to take it away, but guess what? It's in the back of everybody's mind. The free press around the world is already kind of reporting on it. And guess what? It's just one of those things where if they can knock Julian down a few, it's going to be a lot easier to swoop in and maybe shut WikiLeaks down without having too much, what's the word I'm looking for, in the way of a resistance from the people. It's time. It's a wake-up call. Government, pay attention. You can't shut the internet down. Anybody that doesn't know this fact, and this is, I guarantee you watch in the next 5 years, governments are going to be accountable to the people that put them in power. The internet is going to play a substantial part in how that works. I guarantee it. We're already seeing it. It's it's ground level right now. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, for those people that are outside of this area. And we have a new mayoral process in place right now. We're trying to get a new mayor. I don't know. Too many thoughts going on in my head, so bear with me. And what we're seeing for the first time, and I've never seen this in my lifetime. I've been around the internet a long time, and it's brilliant. One of the candidates that is going to put himself up there, like he's vying to become mayor of Calgary, has basically launched a complete social platform using the basics like Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, all these various social networking devices where he can get his message out. And guess what? People are listening. Now, granted, not everybody has access to the internet. So some people are feeling left out. There might be a little bitterness with those who aren't tied in, who don't want to be tied in. And they're going, well, where's the one-on-one? It's so I'm reading what some guy wants to do to make my city a better place to live. Well, what it comes down to is transparency. And that's the brilliant thing about the internet right now. It can't be controlled for the moment. God willing, it will never be controlled because it is now a machine. It's a part of the people, and we are the people. We get to put in, we get to speak, and you can't shut us down. So it's going to be really interesting to watch what happens when it comes time to vote for the mayor of Calgary, to see how many people are plugged in, how many people are paying attention, because what happens right now is the information is all there. Everything that you need to know to make informed choices. That's the brilliant thing about WikiLeaks. If you want to know what's going on in the world, and you want to find out, so it's no longer it's going to be speculation or conjecture. It's going to be, here are facts. Here are documents. This is what this government did. You're going to know about it, and it can't be shut down. They're going to try. I think it's pretty low, even for whatever government agency was responsible for putting these accusations out there on Julian. But you know what? It's a bunch of dinosaurs who don't know what they're dealing with anymore. We have a Twitter community. We have so many social platforms where we communicate now, and they're not going to shut this down. And they can try to put information out there that isn't true, but the access is too easy, it's too quick, and it's not going to change anything. Julian, you're awesome. I wish I had a better adjective for it, but this guy basically, he is rewriting history, and he is probably one of the most influential people we're going to see in this decade. And pay attention, tune into WikiLeaks, because it's like a soap opera. There's more to come, and every day we're going to open a new page and kind of go, wow, I'm shocked, but I'm not really surprised. Anyways, that's my egg for today. I have no idea how much time I ran into, but I really wanted to get that all out. I feel a little better. Very cathartic to sort of spew it. So if you've made it this far, I want to thank you for tuning in. It looks like egg is definitely taking a turn. See ya.